It's the middle-class nightmare we've all feared. Yes, John Lewis has dropped their never knowingly undersold pledge. So, Leo, can you explain what never knowingly undersold means?
So never knowingly undersold means that if you see it for cheaper somewhere else and you've already bought it, you can go back and say, look, I saw this in, like, Curry's. I know we said Curry's a lot.
Can we just sort out this Curry's obsession? You're clearly in the pay of Curry's.
No, I'm not.
You've been got at.
Genuinely not.
You're taking the corporate dollar.
I'm being paid by Putin.
He gets paid every time he mentions it.
The Chinese Communist Party, the United Arab Emirates. They just want me to pronounce their name right.
Did you appear on Russia Today?
Kind of.
Comedians used to do Russia Today. I get hate mail for doing GB News, but loads of comedians used to
my favourite comedians on there, Alex Salmond.
Loads of comics used to do Russia Today, and now it looks a bit bad, doesn't it?
I'm not doing it again, unless they put the fees way up.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
No, like I wrote
unless Putin offers you a place at the table.
My article was very pro-West.
Oh, I see.
So they haven't actually asked me to write one since.
Yeah. I did 2 years at Russia Today. I got paid in liquid natural gas. It was amazing. Still in the shed. Apparently it's highly flammable.
Yeah.
but I mean, John Lewis, I'm not going to lie, because you've mentioned Curry's a few times.
Yeah.
I don't buy my stuff from Curry's because it's not 1993.
Oh! Well, if you bought a fridge from Curry's, you wouldn't need to go back since 1993.
We don't need to buy fridges. They're in the house.
They don't come with the house. Who gets a free fridge with their house?
I'm telling you.
Well, if it includes the white goods. Oh, you're talking about renting.
No, it can happen sometimes if you.
They often leave the white goods there.
In new builds,
the best thing ever is when they sort of say you can buy some of these things from us if you want, and it's like you know someone's just parted with like 200 grand of borrowing in order to get the house, and it's like you've got to pay another 50 quid for the fridge, and you're like thanks but no thanks, and then you move in and the stuff's there because they couldn't be asked to move.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's a win.
Well, yeah, Nick is talking about integrated white goods as well, which happens a lot, and it's got nothing to do.
Is that anything to do with white privilege?
I'm talking about new builds. Let's be clear. I'm talking about new builds, and they are in Scotland. They just have very old builds.
You can't rip it out because it's actually fitted into the body of the building.
Yes.
It's a supporting beam as well as a fridge.
Yeah, it's like some of them are cupboards and stuff. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, some of them are cupboards. No,
it's a cupboard and it's a fridge.
Oh, you mean it's like, I've got that in my flat.
I wonder if we could achieve any more detail on this story.
This is not.
I should probably get back to John Lewis.
Story, we're all going to get fired.
A lot of people like John Lewis because of the fact that it's that value promise, and they're not doing it. And the reason why is because of the internet and because they're broke.
Well, yeah, basically, yeah. So, I mean, they used to say we're never knowingly undersold, and so they say, we monitor prices, we'll make sure we're doing it as cheap as possible, which is amazing because it's a nice shop to go into. It feels glitzy. It's the Waitrose. They're actually owned they're part of the same company.
Correct.
And they treat their workers well. It's a cooperative, and it's all very nice and British. And you go there, and it's also cheaper than some rubbish shops down the street. So that's amazing, but it won't be cheaper than rubbish shops down the street anymore.
I find the staff too happy.
I love John Lewis.
I'm happy around at Lidl where there's just, you know what I mean, they're dead behind the eyes.
I bought my laptop at John Lewis. It's great because if anything goes wrong, you take it back and they're nice to you.
Although I would imagine you'll never do that.
No, well, nothing's gone wrong with it because I bought it at John Lewis.
Yeah. But your laptop, Leo Kearse, based upon your lifestyle, I mean, that thing could be on fire and you would not be taking it back.
Yeah, I wouldn't really want to be taking it back, to be honest, you know?
Yeah. Your missus is like, that MacBook's making some strange sounds. Like, nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Just all those images of fridges that you've got on your hard drive.
That's it. Interesting stuff. Do you go to John Lewis?
Not really, Mark. I do feel a little bit sorry for them. I mean, they're going to have to change their slogan to knowingly undersold now. But I feel a little bit sorry for them because I used to work at Foyle's, London's oldest bookshop, and what you'd find is people would come and say, it's cheaper on Amazon, mate. And they'd be like, yeah, go to Amazon, mate. This is an independent bookshop. You're here for the experience.
Yeah, no wonder they've almost closed down.
People in independent bookshops are supposed to be rude.
Why do you read it in the
experience. You don't know what you're talking about. It's part of the experience.
Why do you photocopy it?
To ignore the customer and be listening to music and stuff. That's an independent bookshop. But I feel bad for the high street because you can't compete with Amazon, is what I'm saying.
When you worked in a bookshop, what were the good sellers? Was it all Harry Potter?
Stuff like Russell Brand and stuff.
Right.
Harry Potter, they did all right. Doing all right, isn't it?
Did you do that thing
was before
in bookshops?
J.K. Rowling was evil.
Were you invited to recommend books? Because sometimes it's like our staff recommend this, and your recommendations were they sort of just tucked away miles away where no one could find them?
They were all obscure things that were much too clever for the average.
Was it like Rupert the Bear or?
I never understood those for bookshops. Why would I want to know what somebody who can only get a job in a bookshop thinks.
Outrageous.
You know what I mean?
Bookshop workers are very smart. They're all in bands that are separate from they're all trying to do something on the side.
Yeah.
They're all much too smart.
Our
to do
head
that.
cashier, Nick Dixon, recommends Thomas and Friends.
I just think it's a great achievement that I've come from retail to here. Although, shout out to all the retail staff.
Yeah. No, you did a great job, especially during the pandemic. You're the real backbone.
I'm not there now.
Oh, yeah, not you.
No,
not
but
clapping for you.
apparently they've kept the
Sounded like
position
you were.
open. So never say never.